This is verse 54 of the 11th chapter of the Gospel of John. We have seen the drama connected with the resurrection of Lazarus by the miraculous power of Christ. And of course, while for some this has been a catalyst leading them to faith, for others it has entrenched them in their hostility to Christ. And conspicuous among those would be the religious leaders who have now basically put a price on Jesus' head, The council that gathered together, we've heard about in the preceding verses, simply stands for the idea that they now have a well-defined and organized desire to apprehend Jesus, to liquidate him, to get rid of him. And Jesus probably became aware of that, and that accounts for the remark that John makes now concerning Jesus' actions immediately following having raised Jesus from the dead. So we have Ho Jesus, the Jesus, literally, the definite article, often used with a proper name, along with the postpositive un. So therefore Jesus, uketi. Uketi is a indeclinable adverb, means no longer. So Jesus no longer. Parasia. This is actually a noun. It's used in the dative here, and so it becomes something like an adjectival noun or even an adverbial noun. It's describing the way something is done in an open kind of way. So no longer in an open kind of way. Parousia is a word that means in the open, and this is a related term. So no longer openly. Periapate. This is from peripateo, contract verb. This happens to be the third person singular, imperfect active indicative. So he was no longer walking openly in. Preposition takes the dative in tois, in the vicinity of Udaios, the Jews. So these are dative plural. Terms, the article, and the word for Jews in the vicinity of the Jews, or the area, the neighborhood, you might say, of the Jews. Allah, strong conjunction, not elided, even though it precedes here a vowel. Allah apeothein, from aperkamai, I go away. This is the third person singular, aorist active indicative, so he went away. Akathen, indeclinable adverb, thence. So he went away thence, or from there. Ace, preposition, takes the accusative. Tain koran, into the region or the country. Engus. Engus, again, is a preposition that can take typically the genitive, and so into the country near. Tes eremu. Here's the genitive of the desert or the wilderness in that area. Into, preposition, takes the accusative. Ephraim. Ephraim is the word. This was a town that was probably 12 to 15 miles away from Jerusalem by best estimates. Legamenein. So this city of Ephraim, this is in the accusative, and so we have an accusative participle here describing it being called, that is, called Ephraim city. So into Ephraim being called city or town. In other words, into a town that was called Ephraim. Kake, once again, this is an indeclinable adverb. It means there. Emenen, this liquid verb from meno, I remain. This is the third person singular. Aorist active indicative, so he remained there. Meta, preposition, takes the genitive. Tone, methetone, with his disciples. So Jesus, of course, is not quite at the point where his life is going to be given, and for the time he's retiring to a region that's a little distance away from Jerusalem, not in its immediate vicinity, and there he's going to remain until, of course, the great events that John will describe for us concerning Holy Week will begin to unfold.